With that out of the way, what do you think the Byakugan does to Boruto's stats once he already awakens it, plus the karma and everything else?
Um, okay. If I were to put a number to it, I would say the Byakugan stat amp is like 2x base. And then Karma is like 5x base, maybe if that. And well, it depends on which Karma mode you're in, because there's like V1, V2, and V3. And if you know, you know, I'm not gonna explain it. So maybe like V1 is like 5 times, V2 is like, I don't know. This is all weird speculation. Um, I'm not even gonna put. I'm actually scrap all that. I didn't say any of that. There is no number.
Let me see, because I think the karma. Do you think the karma adds or multiplies your stats, Udi?
Ooh, I think it probably adds to it, but it depends
I
on
hate this. I hate
yeah,
this, man.
yeah, it
Why
depends
couldn't you say?
on how
Why couldn't it
extracted
be?
the karma is. It also depends on how strong the user is at the time, probably. Depends on like a couple different
'Cause
factors, probably.
you know what the weird part is as well is like at the end of every chapter in part one of Boruto, there's like a stat screen, like a video game, but for some reason Karma doesn't get a stat uh listed increase, and neither does Byakugan. Like that's so
Crazy.
weird. Ugh,
Um,
I hate it, man. Peak writing though, am I right, guys? Peak writing. Ikimoto, peak writer.
so is there any specific reason why you think the Byakugan would be a stat amp? Because it's possible that it's not a stat amp at all.
Hmm.
If Angus would like to answer that question.
Oh, you were asking me?
Hi, what?
Can you say that again? I entered the weave there. What was your question?
Is there a specific reason
Uh,
why you think the Byakugan would be a stat amp? Because it's possible that it might not be a stat amp at all.
I said I don't think it is. Or it's not that I don't think it is. It's just never specified, so there's no real point in speculating. I mean, we see in like the Chunin exams with Neji, he I don't know, does he get faster? Does he get stronger? I
I
can't
mean,
remember.
depends if you think
he
so,
kind of
I
just
guess.
sees more.
Yeah, I do think
Yeah,
it is. It's
exactly.
well,
He
it's
kind of just sees
obviously a
more. So
perception thing. That's obviously indisputable. That's like the point in the first
yeah.
place. The question is if it's a
Yeah.
stat amp at all, and how big of a stat amp it is. If it is a stat amp, I don't think it's going to be anything
Oh,
crazy like a 2 times multiply.
I don't
I
think it's
think
very
it'll
big.
really. I think it would just be like 10, 15,
No.
maybe 20% of like a bonus.
Well,
Yeah, maybe. Well, I would say probably,
hypothetically, if
yeah,
you let him
10 to
like see faster,
120%.
Hmm.
because if he's not getting tunnel vision, he's able to move faster, which means technically he'd be able to move faster, just not because of the
Uh,
eye, because he
That
doesn't
would
get
just be a
like
byproduct of it, though. I'm not
as
going to count something like
so
precog
yeah.
as a
no,
stat amp for Sasuke.
no. I think the tunnel vision thing is just from linear movement, and also the lack of Sharingan, which has the kinetic vision. Um, so that was for Chidori. So the
Yeah.
reason he doesn't get that is because there's not much like linear forward movement, and there's also with the Byakugan you have like 360 degree or nearly 359 degree vision. So it counters that very easily with that. And there's probably some kinetic vision.
Yeah.
In comic book terms, you would say he can see faster. Death
See
Battle, where
faster.
you at? I know they hated that line in like in some of their things. They hated that, but yeah,
That's funny. I
like
love it.
basically what see faster means is just like an object. So like for humans, the the point at which an object moving, well, it depends on the size of the object, but it's subsonic speeds, so it's just on the Mach 1. That's the point where you can no longer see the object moving with the with clarity. So being able to quote unquote see faster would just be an an object moving faster than what standard humans can see, you can see it. So like supersonic speeds, essentially. That's all
Yeah.
that see faster means. I don't know why they were acting so retarded about it. See faster? That's not a thing. Yeah, it is. Ah, ugh.
In fact, I think this would be a good way to confirm whether or not the Byakugan is a stat amp. Was Ishiki using the Byakugan all the time versus Baryon mode Naruto?
I don't think so.
I don't
Maybe.
think so either. In which case, I don't
That
think it is
also
a
could
stat
be
amp
the
at
case
all.
for like no, and I think it does take chakra to use though. So if he didn't, it's probably because he didn't want to. Although wait, using chakra would that whole thing was stupid, man. Oh, can I
Well,
complain about
we
that?
definitely agree. The whole thing is stupid.
Yeah,
For a
okay,
lot of other
yeah. Hell
reasons.
yeah, Oodie, yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. We've talked about that ad nauseum every way
Very
it doesn't
stupid
make
indeed.
sense.
Okay. That's good stuff. That's
Yeah,
good to
because
hear.
he's dying because he has too much
So yeah, I
chakra,
agree with
but,
everything you said.
Baryon mode's taking away his chakra, so.
But then Naruto,
Yeah, if he has too much
but
chakra, couldn't
it's
he just, like,
somehow
use it and then
oh,
live
that's his
forever?
lifespan. Oh, but guys,
He could just
Ikemoto
make a
peak
shadow
writing,
clone,
guys.
solve the
Come
problem.
on.
Exactly.
Ikemoto peak writing.
Literally.
Guys are cringe.
And I will blame Mikimoto on that.